That's it.
Thanks, guys.
Lunchtime.
Imagine you have a mobile application, and in this app, you have a product name, a product picture, and a call to action represented by this buy button. Now imagine if you could test different versions of your app's texts, images, colors, and more, and track in real time how each version is driving user purchase behavior, so that you can pick the version that drives more sales and more revenue. Sounds like magic, right? I want to introduce you to Matt. Matt boosted revenues by 125% in his mobile game by testing different versions and picking the best version. Matt's Spot the Difference game is fairly simple. Users buy and spend a virtual currency called stars in order to play the game. When users buy stars, Matt makes money. The problem is, only a small fraction of Matt's users actually buy something, 0.5%, when he prompts them to buy something with his in-app message. So, Matt decided to test something new. He sent 50% of his traffic to the original version of his app, and the remaining 50% he sent to a new version in which users were sent directly to the in-app store. The result? Matt more than doubled the rate at which his free users became paid customers, making him very happy. This is how it works. We've developed a cloud platform to run experiments in native mobile applications. Developers, once integrating, never have to touch their source code again. They don't have to resubmit to the app stores. This makes testing, iterating, and optimizing your mobile application super fast, super easy, so that developers can make better apps faster and make more money. Anything that you can code, you can test. You can even localize variations, as we can see here. I'm going to localize my buy button text for Chinese. Gomai. Or I can try different colors. Here I want to change a color on the fly, so I'm going to change this light green color to a darker shade of blue. That will change on the fly without having to touch my app's source code or resubmit it to the App Store once again. And I can adjust the split, the frequency with which each variation is shown to my user base, all on the fly. We then display the results of each variation in this intuitive dashboard. We show a time series graph of each variation's performance, the raw data for each variation, as well as a measure of statistical confidence that we're seeing in that raw data, so that we know that it's not just by chance that they're performing the way that they are. And we show the difference in performance for every variation related to the original version of the app, the baseline. But the best part about our user interface dashboard is that we can roll out a winning variation, the best performer, to 100% of Matt's audience in just one click. Again, no rewriting code, no resubmitting to the App Store, just better apps faster. And Matt is not the only one. Last year, we acquired over 200 users in mobile gaming, commerce, services, and media. And this is just the beginning. There are nearly 2.5 million app developers that earned close to $70 billion last year alone. That means that if we could just increase the rate at which app developers are able to monetize by just 1%, we'd be creating over $500 million in market value. Those app developers, 40% of them rank user analytics as their most valuable third-party tool. And this is the best part. By 2017, Gartner predicts that nearly 95% of app downloads will be for free apps. What does this mean? It means that post-download analytics, understanding how our app's users are behaving and how we can monetize them, is going to become increasingly important. That's why the VP of Mobile for Groupon told us that he'd be willing to pay up to $20,000 per month for native mobile A/B testing. This is how we're taking advantage of this opportunity, how we're attacking this market. We offer a subscription model, which means monthly recurring revenue into our bank accounts, which is nice. And we offer plans for as little as $20 a month for independent developers, up to $500 a month for larger app studios, and service-level agreements, custom pricing for large brands and media companies that are looking to do even more. Our founding team is fantastic. I've been working in predictive analytics and website experimentation for the better half of the decade. My co-founder and CTO, David Ruiz, is the founder of Scala Cloud, an online school management platform. And our director of product, Stephen Price, has over a decade experience managing technology for Vodafone in the UK, Japan, and China. Our investors include our customers themselves, as well as leaders in mobile gaming, mobile commerce, and mobile media, as well as international VC firms, SOS Ventures, and China's own China Accelerator. So in the next 18 months, our goal is to acquire 1,000 users that will allow us to earn $500,000 in revenue and build a full-time team of 12 employees. We're raising $1.5 million to that end, and $150,000 has been called in today. So if you want to know more about the future of mobile analytics and the future of mobile app development, please visit us. Splitforce.com. You can sign up to our newsletter, App Analytics Weekly. And my name is Zach. I'll be around. Feel free to come talk to me. I'd love to tell you more about what we're doing. Thank you.
Nice work, Zach. Over to you, judges, please.
Hi.
This is a huge market, and it sounds like you have a very impressive team. My first question is, I know there is a list of 15, 20 players in the market with very reasonably good service and product. How do you differentiate? How do you stand out the competition? And the second question is, you mentioned your business model is on the monthly fee, subscription fee. I know some players have evolved into the profit sharing model, especially on the advertising end. How do you see your business model sustain and develop in the future?
Yeah, the competitive landscape is pretty interesting. So Flurry, Google Analytics, these are free providers of mobile analytics services, but they don't offer the ability to actually push new content from the cloud. That's what we're doing. We're focusing on a very niche problem here, which is actually testing and optimizing mobile applications for business purposes, not for technical purposes. So when you look at that niche, the competition is severely more limited. And then beyond that, we've even innovated beyond our competitors who are just doing what's called straight A/B testing, where you test a variation A and a variation B. We've actually automated A/B testing using proprietary, what are called bandit algorithms, to automatically adjust the frequency at which different content is shown so that better performing content rises to the top and we prune away worse performing content and it's not shown to as many users. In terms of our pricing model, I'm not familiar with A/B and mobile testing companies that actually do profit sharing. We've thought about it because it would be great to say, you know, we only make money when you make money, or we only make profit when you make profit. But then we would have to start keeping tabs on our customers' internal finances, and that's not something that I want to get into.
Two questions. Which is actually your first market that you want to go in terms of geography? And number two, I suspect you don't have revenues, but what kind of key KPI traction do you have right now?
So we've acquired over 200 users across different categories: mobile gaming, services, mobile media, as well as m-commerce since our launch last year. They're spread out all over the world, honestly. We have customers in Taiwan, in Hong Kong, mainland China. Who wants to be the first? The US, Europe. We've seen a lot of traction in gaming, actually. The reason why is because gaming companies are making the most money on mobile today, so they have the most incentive to pay for a service like ours. But we believe that mobile commerce is going to be huge for this year, 2014. And we're starting to see a lot of the retailers and e-commerce players actually develop a mobile strategy exclusively, have a mobile team and a budget allocated to mobile this year.
Sorry, my question was not clear enough. In terms of KPI and key traction, can you measure the KPI? When you say traction, how much are they using? How do you measure that? Something measurable.
Right, okay. So we track millions of events every month across hundreds of thousands of devices. Is that what you were looking for? More or less.
Excellent. Thanks so much, Zach.
Thank you.
One round of applause.